Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
Tonight, tough talk.
It's difficult, but you can live through it.
A group in the city comes together in openness to fight a bowel disease. Plus, Corpus Christi, the local Catholic Church takes to the streets to celebrate a momentous day. And therapy on 4 feet. A local stable offers unique therapeutic services using these friendly animals.
In sports, race against time. We take a look at a sport that involves speed, intelligence, and horsemanship.
This is Newcap News with Annika Notveit.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a shocking situation in Kitscoty. A long-standing grocery store has gone up in flames. Around 3 o'clock this afternoon, Kitscoty RCMP say they responded to a call that an apartment deck above the Bigway Foods grocery store was on fire. The building was vacant at the time. Fire crews arrived on scene a short time after the fire started, but flames spread and the apartment was engulfed, caving into the store below. The fire is still going on but is under control, and police say the cause is unknown at this time. A 30-year-old woman has died at Island Lake First Nation from a vehicle accident. Yesterday afternoon, Loon Lake RCMP responded to the call of an unconscious woman. She had fallen out of the back seat of a vehicle as it was backing up and was run over. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The incident is under investigation and names are not being released at this time. A 22-year-old man is in critical condition in a Saskatoon hospital after a boat collision on Jackfish Lake early this morning. Around 1 a.m., Battleford RCMP responded to the resort village of Acato, about 30 minutes north of North Battleford, where a boat collided with the dock. 6 adult men and 1 woman from the Wilkie area were in the boat. Ambulances and Star Ambulance were called to the scene. 1 man was airlifted to Saskatoon with life-threatening injuries. RCMP say the others had non-life-threatening injuries and were treated on scene or at the Battleford's Union Hospital. They have since been released. And police say alcohol is a contributing factor and charges are pending. The investigation is ongoing. 2 adults and 3 youth are facing numerous charges in connection to an incident of a threatened minor. Battleford RCMP received a complaint from a youth on Friday who had been held against his will, violently assaulted and threatened with a weapon. RCMP say the incident happened outside of North Battleford. The 5 suspects will be facing charges including kidnapping, uttering threats and assault with a weapon. They're scheduled to appear in North Battleford Provincial Court tomorrow morning. Well, it's an illness affecting more than 233,000 Canadians. Inflammatory bowel diseases turn a natural and healthy bodily function into a daily struggle. It also means changes to diet and scheduling life around expensive injections. As Jeremy Thompson reports, participants in the Gutsy Walk want to face the disease openly and frankly.
Roughly 30 walkers get set to stroll around Bud Miller for a cause close to their hearts. 13-year-old Matthew Bendick has Crohn's disease.
It's difficult, but you can live through it.
His insides don't always work properly, and there's pain and discomfort involved with that. And day to day, he's pretty positive.
Part of the problem with discussing inflammatory bowel diseases is that they deal with fecal matter, or poop. Now, whether you find that gross or humorous, those who live with the disease say there's nothing funny about it.
I've been in the hospital several times. I get injections every week. They are $3,100 a month to get them. My husband's company has very good benefits, so it covers it for me. If it didn't, I probably wouldn't be very healthy. My uncle died from Crohn's disease. So it's scary.
Candice Doviak organized this year's walk. She lives with Crohn's disease. Her husband has ulcerative colitis.
It's nausea, fatigue, a lot of pain in my stomach, frequent washroom visits as well.
Some interesting research is underway to help those living with the bowel disease in the form of a fecal transplant. That's the process of restoring a large bowel's microbiome by transplanting stool from a healthy donor.
Thinking about it is disgusting, but if it works, great. Because the medication that I take, it puts you at high risk for cancer.
The group surpassed their goal, raising more than $6,500 to help fund continuing research. That money will be added to the more than $29 million that has been raised worldwide since the walk began 20 years ago. Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
Corpus Christi is a Catholic celebration of the body and blood of Christ. Today, members of St. Anthony's Church brought Christ to the community as they traveled from their church to the final stop in Bud Miller Park.
All praise and all thanksgiving.
The air was filled with hymns and prayers as the group made their way to the park. Corpus Christi is usually celebrated in June, roughly 13 weeks after Easter.
Today is our opportunity as Catholics to take Jesus to meet the people instead of having the people come to the church to meet Jesus.
Brent Gebhardt says the procession is meant to inspire the public to think about their faith. Well, it's said that a dog is a man's best friend, but what about horses? The majestic animals are useful in so many ways, and one local lady shows us just how therapeutic they really are.
Here we go! Oh, man! Oh, man!
It's all smiles in the corral. These kids, part of a special ed group from the public high school, love getting up on 4 feet.
They come out here and they get to experience the country and the freedom of just being around the horses and experiencing the horses, and I love to see the smiles on their faces.
And coming every week, they all have their favorites.
A personality.
Oh, what's her personality like?
Shy, but fun.
This is just one of the many programs Crockett runs. She says there are 2 forms of therapy, one of them therapeutic horsemanship,
which is a moderate level of therapy where kids learn about life skills and about self-esteem and bullying and that kind of thing, and how to handle themselves in difficult situations.
The other, equine-assisted psychotherapy.
It helps people to get outside of themselves and see something as valuable other than just themselves or their problems or that kind of thing. They learn to take care of the horse.
And talking isn't the only form of communication. Crockett says horses are great feedback tools.
Horses tell us things about ourselves. So, for example, kids that have OCD learn to manage their OCD when they're out here. The horse gives immediate feedback with their body language. Just about everything about horses are therapeutic. So beyond the beauty of them, they teach us different things. They teach us to be gentle, they teach us to be kind, they teach us to put other people in front of ourselves because they require a lot of work.
They may be a lot of work, but also a lot of fun.
Evelyn would try to open the freezer.
Well, I think we can all relate to wanting the treat. That horse really wanted it, as Lisa was giving
reaching with his lips. It was hilarious.
It was pretty good times. We have a picture to show you now of some graduation celebrations in the border city. We had the Lakeland graduation, the convocation on Friday. So this is some of the class of 2015 celebrating summer is here.
Summer is definitely here, and you know, that's a very impressive picture. It's so hard to coordinate. I don't know if
everyone jumping.
You've done those jumping pictures before. It's so hard to coordinate all the jumping, but that was obviously a nice day.